Hi, hello, welcome back. And today in this videos, we're going to continue work on the CLI builder. And from the last video, since the last video, I should say, I've been trying to continue to work on the process argument and try to get into the next test, which is adding the alias for the -v for version. And then I realized it have the similar problem that we have on the other, on the typical format of code. So what I mean is this. Originally, I have this under here, and then for each options, we have the alias over here. And then this will be a string array, allows you to specify alias for a particular command. The problem with that is, again, it's the same thing that you can, the CLI creator can accidentally, although they really shouldn't be, create an alias with the same values in multiple options, then which one to choose, right? So to fix that, I have changed it to put it up to the top level of the command and specify the option alias and have it as a record of string. So this string actually we'll see down the road, can I get the keys of the options and use that to provide auto completion. So that's that. And then when I start to work on that, I realized, well, for the parsing of the code, so when we parse the input, one of the things we do originally, so the original test was something like this, right? So get a short option and then get a value. It get the value of this option, quote unquote, at a short string. Then I think about it. That's it actually not how options work, at least in the Linux world, right? So like say you would say tar xvf, and that means for -x, -v, and -f, and just like how other library does it, like minimus, and also Yeoman argument parser. When you specify it like that, it will spread it out. So I can, quote unquote, keep it like this over here when I'm at the parsing argument level, and then process it in the process argument. But it seems to be a bit off, right? Because this is really parsing the input and get it to individual options so that it can be easily processed in the process argument. So in this video, I'm going to modify the parse argument code to support the Linux style, to expand those short arguments. So another benefit of that is now the options, it will automatically understand whether you parse it with a single dash or a double dash, depends on the length of the option name, right? So meaning if the options are specified with a single character, the option name is a single character, then you automatically will able to use -a to do that, because -a, this kind of doesn't make sense, and it's not the typical conversion, right? When you have a single character, you can just do it like this. So that's what I'm going to do in this video. So without further ado, let's get started. All right. So you saw I have these tests. And then right now 2 of them pass because these 2 are passing, but I'm going to mark them as skipped for now because they are actually not right. So I'm going to focus on this one first, right? So this is failing because I have updated the expectation. So when we look at the code, let's give it a little more space, and actually let me increase the font a little bit in case you want to make it a bit easier for you to read. So this is the passing argument, and we have the end option and start options over here, right? And then over here we have this equals, which take care of the first characters and things like that. So well, I need to take care of this anyway. I'm thinking about maybe I should have test this one first, because this one, the result of this, what I expect would be the first one is true, and then the second one is also true, and then the third one would be ABC. Right? So that would be what I expect. And well, actually, before we move on, let's clear this up so that we know what we're dealing with. So we have dash A, and then in this dash A we have true, and then dash B we have true, dash C we have 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6. Right, so you know, it's good. Well, for me, I would say it's good to add in all these test cases. We don't have to execute it. I just want to document the behavior that I expect, so I can get a better picture, you know, or the overall picture of what's the behavior, so that I can come up with a solution that will work on both, or work on all of them. So if I'm doing this and then say just A, then this will be the first one will be true and 4, 5, 6, and then the second one will be the B will be just true, and C will just 1, 2, 3, right, like that. And they also want to specify the other way around, which is let's say set an A and then A again, like that. So I get a 1, 2, 3 and get a true here. Okay, and this is the case that I know I want to take care of. Then this one will take care of that case. Is there any other case I need to take care of? So I have this, I have this, I have this. I've added in. Yeah, I think that's good. So let's fix the name. So with that, like I want to create a different one. Options, different group, and so move this over here. Without value, that's okay. let's put them in there. This organization is better. So short options, well, or maybe a single character option. So the option, multiple options, expands. Multiple options in the same given. Expands to individual options. Okay. So something like that. And then another case I want to test is multiple options dash or same options multiple times. This I will get true because that differentiates, you know, this system, this library than the others. And I can take care of this later. So multiple option arguments A dash B, I get that A, and then dash B true. As ABC, we expand it. That's fine. Let's keep this first. Let's focus on the simplest case. Hold on a second, skip. My nose is a little bit sneezing today. So this will be also single character options. So for that, I have that line, that test. Should I move this test in there? Single or with equal syntax. Let me just expand it. Do this dash ABC. And also in this case, do I really still need the dash and double dash? Because I have essentially normalized them, right? I don't care about it is a single character or multiple characters, or it is a option or alias anymore. They mean the same. So maybe I will do a further improvement to basically just get rid of the dash and double dash. Then during the process, it will be simpler. So make it even closer to other libraries like minimus. but let's do that afterwards. Do that next. So right now we will keep it like this over here, just moving this test in here. This is more of a special case. Let me move that to the bottom. So single character option. Single option. This I will get ABC. That's what I would expect. And then what else? Single value. Okay. Yeah, let's also do that. Okay. With multiple values. Okay, so these are 1 to 3, not ABC. 1 to 3. Multiple values in equals in text. That. So that take care of single options. So multiple options value is assigned last option to the last option. Come on, the last option. So this is true, 1 to 3. That's fine. And yeah, I can still repeat those, or it should be fine. You should able to handle it. Oh, one more thing is this tag. Single. With single value multiple times. Okay, that's that. So this is that, and then what else? I will mark this whole thing to speed. Single options with value assigned to the last option. Specify multiple times, so that name is kind of okay, because we already shown this. Although if I really want to be diligent, I would put that message over here also, but that's okay. How do I describe that? Damn it. So ABC, what I really want to test here. We'll get values combined. Oh, it's very verbose. I don't know what what it really should be. Let me go back to it. Single. Well, this is this test is options with values, and then single character options. So with another option with without value will get true. Values, something like that. Well, I try my best, put it this way. Try my best, so let's keep it like that. The test pass option, which one? Oh, this pass. Yeah, okay. What? Multiple single character. Oh, yes, of course. This also pass. The problem is this one. Okay. So that will start driving us to the new implementation. All right. So let's focus on that. So this value is the option. Actually, let me call it option. Or maybe say really just let's just go back to value for now. So if there is already a key, we close it, that's fine. What we in this case is here, right? There's no equal sign, nothing. And then I know we're going to do some refactoring over here, but for now let's just focus on what we have in hand. So it will be in this case, and if s dash w plus right, so it is a single character. let's just say start single character options. So pass argument b, no, just put that value. Let's just return like that. Let's put that. Okay. So now we know it is a single character. So what we are going to do is actually I feel like very likely I'm going to do the other thing at the same time. So basically saying I actually forgot, can I do this? Let's do that. See what I get. That speaks to a single character? Yes, it will. Okay, so then actually each if result yeah, this start to be become messy. Oh, the other thing, if there is more than 2 dash, currently I am returning. Did I have a test over there? Yeah, I didn't. I was I talked about it, but didn't really have a test for it. So my idea is removing this key, this dashes might not work well. So yeah, so like say in minimus, it will also do this same thing. So it's just get the, if there's 2 dash, it's just cheat it as is and then get the extra dash into the name of the parent. Let's put it like that. Right, let's say like this. So minimus is also, well, it actually doesn't care with it. If it is 2 dash, we do it like this. If it is 1 dash, it's also do it like this. So it's just that this syntax have a special, well, with a single dash, it have a special meaning, and expand it out, which is fine. I can do the do I do the same thing? Damn it! Because my concern is about error message. So if I split it out in the pass argument b function over here, then if, say, for example, b is not a invalid value, what is the error message? If I split it out like this, the only thing I can do is something like receive dash b, but the command ABC does not have such option, right? Something like that. Would that be sufficient, or would that be the thing that I want, right? So or maybe I would even just say receive option B. Right, so I will get this message, and if I would doing it like this, I will also receive B, right? I do it like this, I do it like this, or I do it like this. All three cases, I will receive this message, receive the dash B, but the command ABC does not have such option. Would that be what I want? Is acceptable. The best case I wanted is I'm able to reconstruct the whole command, like say this, right? So echo ABC, and then it do the customer, the user of the code can do a very long command, things like this. And then when we detect, okay, there is a setting over here, it's not recognized, then I can print this out and then have a red pointer pointing, hey, this here is not valid. And that will provide a better user experience. However, then I cannot do as much processing at this level, right? At the higher level, maybe. Well, in fact, I would lost that ability and already because of this. Because this, I would combine it to that, right? And I still have the whole string, of course, from the original raw argument v, but from this going back to there to figure out is pretty complicated, unless I do all this processing kind of in one pass, which also could be messy. So that's where the design choice need to be made. in terms of how much error message I want to provide and how do I provide it versus how I am working, processing the data. Of course, I can still, have some pretty complex stuff, and so when this when this function is processed, we put this over here, specifying, something. I'm just pseudo coding the data structure over here. So it would be something like this is the value, this is start is character 5, 6, and is character 10, and even that is not enough, right? Because I have multiple, and then you need to specify all those, all those metadata need to be added to the data structure. Of course, again, it is possible, but the question is just how much additional work I want to do in order to support that. Right. And all of this comes down to, is this message, or I should say this message is sufficient. And from the general use case, right? From the general use case, it should be, because I'm not expecting the, at least at this stage, I don't see the command line will be that complicated. Even in in Linux, when you're using stuff, right? You're using curl and then do a bunch of stuff, and then the HTTP, and then do something. There's a lot of options, but even with that, the options should be well defined. And when we just point this out as an error message, people I would say people should have a good sense to figure out which option that we are talking about and able to fix the problem. Right, so this is an example of what kind of things that I would put into consideration when I am writing the code. Right, it's take times. But I think this is necessary to really think about the program that you're writing. Right. So with that said, I think it is okay. It is okay to have this message. So that means I will be removing all these dashes. Okay. So that's what that is. So if this is option, then it will start the options that will stay the same. Let's just keep it that way. And then it should be sufficient. Alright, so that code should be straightforward. Should I put this? Let's keep it like this. So key equals to value dot slice to, and then well, we are not dealing with the equal case, which we will at the end, but for now, you know, here like that. Let's call it key, and then I'm going to do some really ugly thing. No, don't do that. This is way too much. Way too much. So key string. Well, last key. Oh, I'm not handling that right now. I'm getting ahead of myself. So just that, and then this is no. This is still too horrible. What the hell is this? Okay, I can definitely do better than this. I'm going to put this inside anyway, because this make a lot more sense than, you know, splitting the syntax at this level. So the single character options and the multiple character options will take care of both syntax, the equal syntax and the space syntax. So of course, for the space syntax, the value that we receive is just the key, so that is the value will be empty. If it's equal, then, you know, we further do a split over there. So first, let's do that properly. String key string will be value dot slice 1. So that remove the dash, the first dash. And then we'll do this over here, right? And if that equals to is greater than 0, then we will do the last entry separately, right? Oh, is there a better way to do that? Actually, to keep it nicer, if it has that, then let's split it. The string slice 1, and then the let me just type it out. Right, last value. Let's do this. last value will be the value dot slice equal index plus 1. Okay. Yeah, let's just completely separate the logic first, and then we combine them later on. So this key string will be all of the keys, and then also this get the last value. So I'm going to do it like this: values equals to well, no, keys equals to key string dot split single character single element containing the entire array is returned. Yeah, so this is correct. So this gives us all of the keys. And then let's say the values equals to keys dot map. I don't care about that, and just add it to. So for now, these all three. This is the, well, except the first one, is the same for the other case. But you know, we'll worry about that later. And then what I want to do is saying the values of values dot length minus 1 equals to this. Right, so that get our values correct. That gets our values correct, and now the problematic thing. Are we going to use the AND options to do that, or we just go ahead and processing it ourselves? Right, that shows that the original, the start and ends is not good. I should have, the better way to do so is make it even more like it's already a state machine, but make it using some state machine transitions instead of doing this ad hoc thing and start and end and all of that, right? So what should I do here? One other thing is I don't see the AND option over here. That's the problem, because I am doing this AND option in here, and that's kind of screwing things off. So I'm actually going to rework this a little bit. If it is if the value is an option, right? And then so if I'm going to pull this up, if result has a key, then we need to end the option. Like that for now. Let me reorganize this case. So if it is it has a key, then the state is inside option. If it is a pipe, then we will just ignore, so that take care of that state. And if it has a key, then it will end the options, and then it will start a new option. Okay. So if we have dash, then we enter the pipe state. If it has key, and so the value is argument is not an option, then we are in the option and then pushing that. If not, we are not in the option state, and so we just get argument. So the state machine, this is clear, right? And then at the end is that we have this extra end option. And I'm expecting the end option will do a failsafe to exit. So that's why this is bad. This is not clear. So let me change that. This result receive that, and then if result the key, then and well return result key, then an option with this result. If not, then just this result. Right, and then argument. So that logically flows a little bit better, right? So and then the end option will don't have to be resilient and take care of if the state is not in the option state, then what do I do? Because I already checked it here, and also I already checked it here to ensure when this function receives the result, we are in the state of an option, of having an option. That simplifies this code, this end option state. So then essentially meaning I don't need this anymore. I don't need that line anymore. I put it out, and the logic will be cleaner. So with that, let's take a look at this again. So now we can guarantee that when this is called, we are not in the option state, so we can safely start and end the options, right? Should I use for each, or should I use reduce? Probably reduce. Keep it happy, and then initial value is the result. So for each key, I'm writing this in just to make the code clear to myself, make my head clear. So now I am going to say result.key equals to key, and then result.values equals to if I is equals to keys.length -1. If this is the last indexed, then it will be this, else it will be true. Right, so we start that, and then we can end the option right there. Like that. Right. So the thing is, when the and then at the end just return. Thing is, this is a little bit slightly different than the original case, because these start options will end the option immediately, which it will not work. Because for the last one, I want to keep it open. Yeah, then if I equals to keys.length -1, if this is the last entry, then this equals to that, and then just return result, else then result values equals to true, and then return end options. Right, it looks a little bit too verbose, but the logic should be fine. Okay. So else, I could further abstract clean this up, but let's do that later. Get it work first. So the key now, this will be gone. There's no equal syntax, equal index. There's no equal characters, and so we just split the first characters. Well, and then over here also we don't need this anymore. So we get all of them, we split it, and then the same thing if it is the last entry. I will still say this is true, because that is the will be true. No, the last entry, the value will be empty, because we don't know if it is a option with value or not. This one we have the value because of the equal. This one we don't. Right, and then for the others, we know we will put a equals over there. So you can see that this two code becomes very similar. So let's take a look first. Yes, I get that, because now I have removed all those dashes. right? So that works. And before, you know, I will need to change the all of the other thing. Here, I also need to do the same thing. If there is an equal, what did I do over here? Start option. This. Let me just copy that over here. Okay, and in this case, we get the 2 and specify like that. If not, like this, and then return. Right. So, and we don't need this code anymore. It's just that we can clean up the formatting later on. Let's make sure the test code still works first. And now let me change all these expectations. Oh, because it's only with one. Nope, more than that. Ash. Okay, probably a stupid thing. Let's see, without value version, space are trimmed. Very first one already not working. So if I fix that, it should probably be some stupid thing. So if I fix that one, the others should follow. I guess split out to ABC. Okay, it's the regular expression. Oh, that. There you go. There you go. So now let's fix all the other tests. Well, instead of saying fixing, it's really adjusting. Alright, it's time to clean up all the tests and make sure they are working. That's that, and this removed, moved. Well, I can. That is remove the. That one will stay, and there you go. Right, no more only. All of this, the tests are passing except this one. This I will add that later. Well, actually I can add it now. As CLI -x will be _mt, and then will be had as a -x equals to true. Okay. Like that. What did I get? Run again. There you go. So now with this is expect. Well, let's just run it. Oh wow, not yet. I have some skip test. All right, it all works. Yay. So we have accomplished the work we was planning for, and so let's wrap up. So in summary, what have we done? Right, we will look at the in this video we look at the how the Linux typical way of handling options does, and then realize the way that we do was not doing that, so we're going to fix it. And then we go into a discussion of the design and what do we expect, and then we need to make some trade-off, right? What we write is software. Of course, we can make changes and so on, and then but the decision we made, you can see that, or the design of the application is heavily influenced by the requirement, right? Of course, this quote-unquote obvious, but the takeaway is that it is really important to have some planning to figure out what are all the use cases, and so that's what I normally would do too. Instead of TDD, well, when we talk about TDD, people get the assumption that when you do TDD, you just start with the red-green refactoring and then keep going and then try to grow it organically. The problem is in the examples or in the demonstration of TDD or the way you learn it, that's what people teach. They teach you, they show you the power of how to grow your code organically, and to a point that it feels like you don't have to care about design, but that's completely not true. And the inability to mention that or to acknowledge that is one of the reasons that why a lot of people against TDD. And the reason they against is actually not really about TDD, it's just that they don't understand what TDD is also is really about. I'm going to have another video to talk more specifically about that, and so I will leave it like that here. So then the other thing is we look at the code and try to figure out what are the problem in the original code. And one of the things is the state transitions, right? Because before we make the change, we put the end option inside the start options, and then have the end option called wrap around the result of this to close the state if it is in there. So that makes the transition of state a little bit messy and less obvious, or less harder to understand. So by simply moving the end options state transition out of the start option transition, then the code is much easier to understand, right? So we can see that, oh, it is an option, and if we are in option state, we can also, you know, have a simple function to saying, you know, actually let me do it now, to say is in option state, right? So that is just pass argument v state and then return result.key, and let me do it like that. And this is in option state result, right? And the code is even more straightforward, right? So and then this is in a pipe state, you know, but we'll just skip that. So this is saying if the input is an option, and if we are in the option state, then we're going to end it first before we start, right? So, and then over here, if this is in option state, then we will do that. And in fact, we can move this a little bit closer to here. And then also, let's move this to the top. Well, no, actually, let's move that to the, back to here. I think that's okay. But because the option state is the more important one, while this is in the middle. So if we have the match syntax, you know, is kind of a non-issue over here. So anyway, back to this. Doing that simple fix, moving the end option out of the stop option call, it makes the logic cleaner. It's easier to understand. And so that's what we did. And then also over here, we factor the code to something that we can describe, right? Originally, we have the equals in the syntax detect outside, because both cases kind of can share the same logic, but it's harder to describe or harder to understand if we're doing that way. But in this, if we do the code like this, it's much easier. Oh, actually, I can remove that. Make sure that it's working. Yeah, it's working. So this becomes just the start option, and then check it is a single character, it do the single character. If not, it do the multi-character one, right? So the logic is pretty simple. So and this, you can see that there's quite a lot of overlap. It's essentially the same code. The only difference is here and here, right? So I can do some refactoring, and the same thing over here, right? But the code is a lot easier to understand, in my opinion. So anyway, that's it. That's the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed it and hope you learned something. So we will see you in the next one. Bye bye.